Next, the Lego Batman movie.
Is it okay? I'm interested in this one.
Yeah,
because I really liked the Lego movie.
The Lego movie's great.
Yeah,
it's like surprisingly great because you kind of the concept of it. You immediately put your like guard up. You're like, wait a second. You want me to watch a movie where you're just basically going to tell me how good Lego is and try and sell me Lego for like an hour and 40 minutes? And then you watch it and you're like, I see that you're still trying to sell me Lego, but you're doing it in such a lovable way that I'm going to forgive you.
I mean, I just love Lego anyway, so I don't mind them. They don't need to convince me.
That's fair enough. The Lego Batman movie, that sort of says it all, doesn't it, that sigh? The thing is, Batman in the Lego movie was a great addition, and he stole like every scene he's in.
Yep.
So I was really excited for a whole film just about him. And then you get it, and it's just okay. Like, it had so much potential, and it's not that good. The thing is, the action scenes in it are really messy, and I don't know if that's like a deliberate choice, because obviously when you're blowing up Lego, it's going to get quite messy, but it doesn't work for the film. If we just take a second to look at the voice list, so you've got Will Arnett as Batman, he does a fine job. You've got Michael Cera, who plays Dick Grayson, who also becomes Robin, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Also excellent. And Rosario Dawson as Batgirl or Barbara Gordon. Like, they're like your main three characters in the film. All really excellently voice cast. But then if we look at some others, you got Zach Galifianakis as Joker, who gets a sizable role compared to some of these other people I'll list, but not enough. You've got Conan O'Brien as the Riddler, who gets like maybe 3 lines. Billy D. Williams, who you know as Lando Calrissian.
Yep.
Two-Face, again, maybe 2 lines. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. Kate McCucci, who's in Garfunkel and Oates.
Yep.
Clayface, and then Ricky Lindholm, who is the other member of Garfunkel and Oates, plays Poison Ivy. They maybe get like 1 line each. Seth Green, Jermaine Clement, Ellie Kemper, Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, Adam Devine, Mariah Carey. Like, these aren't small names. Chris Hardwick.
Yeah, but I think, I don't think that's a negative that these people got like 1 line in a film.
No.
Is it?
No, it's okay.
Because surely you'd hate it. You would hate it if all of them got huge parts in this film, because it would be a nightmare.
It would. But here's the problem. When you have that much talent in a film like this, for them to only get like 1 line each, it just feels like wasted potential. Like, yeah, you don't want them to be huge roles, but you want more than 1 line from them. You want like why would you bother casting someone like Conan O'Brien as the Riddler if you're only going to make him say riddle me this and that's it? Do you see what I mean?
Sort of.
Like, you don't need to have such a great cast.
I think this comes down to our differences in the way we view films, though.
Okay,
which is very much... I like... I'll use an analogy, Liam, that I think makes sense.
Okay.
You know how in The Wizard of Oz, there's that whole Emerald Kingdom stuff, and some people don't look behind the curtain and they believe it's the magician?
Yeah.
I'm like that. I don't like looking behind the curtain. I like looking at the thing they're presenting me and going, yeah, that's really cool. You're like Dorothy, peeking behind that curtain and fucking everything up.
The thing is, I see where you're coming from with your analogy. It just doesn't make sense to me to have that much talent wasted.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, to me...
You don't care.
Like, no, because why does it matter? How does someone being in a film and getting 1 line make a film not as good?
Let me explain then.
Please do.
If the film was truly exceptional and brilliant, it wouldn't matter, because you wouldn't want to change anything. But when the film is just average, you start looking at how could they improve it, constructive feedback. And one of the ways they could improve it is by making more use of the excellent talent that they've got there.
I think that's what wasn't clear. It sounded like you were just annoyed by that. But if you're saying it's not a good film anyway, not exceptional.
It's a painfully average film. Okay, so I get that it's a kids' film, right? I 100% understand that. But for a kids' film, the humour is just way too broad. And like, I'd say there's maybe 2 jokes that are genuinely really good. And the rest, it's like, it's funny if you think Batman saying the word butts is funny.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about you, but I need more to my humour than someone just saying butt.
Well, now I'm picturing like proper hardcore Batman saying butts, and that is quite funny.
Yeah, but obviously this isn't hardcore Batman, is it?
No, I know, but you did say finding Batman saying butts funny, and I kind of do.
Finding Lego Batman saying butts funny.
Got you, no, not so much.
No. Another thing that sort of has baffled me a little bit is before going to see it, we saw it the day after it came out in the UK, and opening night I was seeing on Twitter loads of people raving like, this is the best Batman movie in years, can't believe it's so good. And I don't know if maybe one of the reasons why I'm so lukewarm to this versus everyone else who seems to love it is, and bear with me, just join me on this train of thought ride here, if people are saying that, not necessarily as a testament to how good this film is, but more in comparison to how much they dislike what DC are doing with other movie Batman at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but I don't know if... It sounds like... Because your sort of thoughts on those films differ to mine.
Yeah, and most other people.
I don't know, there's quite a few people who did like it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's almost too easy to get in the mindset of, well, I loved it, so or in this case, I didn't like this film, and I don't understand how people could like it.
Mm.
So it's easy to then go, well, maybe it's more of like this reason that I can sort of understand.
Yeah,
whereas it could be that this just isn't your kind of film.
No, it can entirely be that, but I'm just wondering if people are saying they like this, just as if part of the reason why they're saying that is a response to the fact that they don't like what the DC EU is doing.
I mean, I can only speak from the way I feel about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that is, like, the way that DC have done their films wouldn't impact how I like a different Batman thing.
That's fair enough. This film does do an okay job of kind of, like, nodding to, like, past Batman.
Yeah.
I think the problem is, it starts quite strongly, and the opening, like, maybe minute is really funny, and it kind of needed to carry on with that style of humour, where it's not, like, edgy or dark or anything, but it's just smart. It starts quite, like, smart. Like, I don't want to kind of spoil anything, but this literally happens in the first minute, and it's as the logos are coming up, Batman's doing a voiceover. And the DC logo comes up, and he says, oh yeah, DC, the house that Batman built, not Superman. Come at me, bro. And that's quite funny.
Yep.
But that sort of humour just then disappears from the film, and I feel like if they'd have focused more on that kind of thing, like one of the things that's mentioned in the trailer, I think all of the trailers have this scene in it, where the Joker's talking to Batman, and Joker's saying, oh, I'm your greatest enemy, and Batman's like, no, Superman is. That sort of thing is really funny, because it is sort of taking a piss out of Batman vs Superman, and that general thing.
Yeah.
But there's not enough of that sort of comedy in this.
That's fair enough.
So that, combined with that, like the climax, like the big sort of final battle, how that's resolved is just fucking exasperating. 3 out of 5.
Fair enough.